Have you ever pondered about the omnipresence of the US dollar in the global economy? Could this titan ever falter? The US dollar, a symbol of American economic might, is indeed a global titan. It's the very pulse of global trade, the lifeblood that keeps the world economy ticking. From oil transactions in the Middle East to coffee purchases in Latin America, the US dollar is the currency of choice. Yet, as mighty and dominant as it is, the US dollar is not invincible. It's not an impenetrable fortress, but rather a castle built on sand, susceptible to the tides of change. Its reign, while enduring, has not been without challenges. Economic shifts, geopolitical events, and even technological advancements can and have shaken its foundation. As we peel back the layers of its dominance, we also uncover the signs of its decline. Let's embark on a journey to uncover the factors that have contributed to the decline of the US dollar. To fully understand the present, we must delve into the past. Let's embark on a journey through time, starting with the year 1971. An era of change was afoot as President Richard Nixon announced the end of the US dollar's ties to gold. This move, known as the Nixon shock, fundamentally altered the global financial system. No longer was the dollar tied to the tangible value of gold, but instead it became a fiat currency, its value based solely on the trust and confidence of its users. Fast forward to the dawn of the 21st century, where we find ourselves in the midst of the 2008 financial crisis. A period of economic downturn, the crisis was marked by the collapse of major financial institutions, housing market crashes, and job losses. The US government had to inject hundreds of billions of dollars into the economy to prevent a complete financial meltdown. This move increased the national debt and led to a decrease in the value of the US dollar globally. But the story doesn't end there. In fact, the most recent chapter is still being written as we speak. The COVID-19 pandemic, a health crisis that swept the globe, has had far-reaching economic implications. Governments worldwide, including the US, have deployed vast amounts of fiscal stimulus to support their economies. This has led to an increase in the money supply, which in turn has put further pressure on the value of the US dollar. So we find ourselves here, in the present, witnessing a series of events that have chipped away at the dominance of the US dollar. The end of the gold standard, the 2008 financial crisis, and the ongoing effects of the COVID-19 pandemic have all played significant roles in this narrative. These events have set the stage for a shift in the global economic landscape. And as we continue to navigate through these uncharted waters, one thing is certain: the future of the US dollar is an unfolding story, one that we'll be watching with bated breath. The decline of the US dollar brings with it a ripple effect that reaches far beyond American shores. It's like throwing a stone into a tranquil pond. The ripples keep spreading. This devaluation disrupts global trade, altering the cost of goods and the balance of power. Imagine the world's commodities, most of which are priced in dollars. A weaker dollar means higher commodity prices, affecting everything from your morning cup of coffee to the fuel in your car. For countries laden with dollar-denominated debt, repayments become more burdensome, potentially triggering a financial crisis. However, it's not all doom and gloom. A falling dollar can be a silver lining for US exporters. Their goods become more affordable on the global market, potentially boosting the domestic economy. So we see the decline of the US dollar is a complex puzzle with pieces that fit together in unexpected ways. The implications of this shift are far-reaching and multifaceted. In the grand scheme of global economics, the decline of the US dollar is just one piece of the puzzle. It's a tale of a currency that once stood tall, a symbol of prosperity and power. From its dominant position in the global economy, we traced its journey, marked by fluctuating fortunes and changing dynamics. We delved into the timeline of its decline, a process not sudden but gradual, influenced by a myriad of factors from geopolitical shifts to economic policy decisions. It's a narrative not just of a currency's fall, but of the changing global economic landscape. The impact of this shift rippled across the globe, affecting trade relations, economic policies, and even the common man's pocket. The consequences, both intended and unintended, have been far-reaching and continue to shape the world we live in. As the world continues to evolve, so too will the role of the US dollar in the global economy. Only time will tell what the future holds for this once mighty titan.